talking to me all wrong. It's the wrong tone. You do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Hey everyone, this is zombiedude100 here for Black Mesa Reviews, and today's my first review, and I'm going to review Battle Royale 2. Now you're probably asking yourself why I would review a sequel to another movie. Well, I actually just sort of really enjoyed the first one, so I said, well, I mean, the second one sort of sounds similar, so why not see if I like that one as well? So I went to my local video store and rented it. So it's a sequel to Battle Royale 1. And the plot of Battle Royale 1 bases around a sort of a class of young teenagers who are sort of delinquents and punks, and they're thrown onto this island by the government. And the reason the government are doing this is because they don't think that these kids deserve to be given welfare and being paid for their education through the government if they're going to disrespect the government and all the other adults. There's a character called Nana. So they have to kill each other, and the one that's left lives. So the main character in the first movie is... So him and this other girl, they decide, why should we kill each other when we can just go and overrun the guy who's in charge, who is their teacher. So that's sort of the first movie. And it does sort of sound a bit ridiculous, but it had a lot of appeal. There was a slight comedic value to it. It sort of made fun of how disgustingly how people are so obsessed with reality TV, and also it took a swipe at the high school hierarchy structure. Just because you're a popular kid doesn't mean people are going to sort of think twice before they shoot you in the face with a shotgun. And it sort of had some ridiculous moments that were so ludicrous that you sort of had to laugh. So now on to the second movie. So the second movie takes place 3 years after the event of the first movie. And Nana Hamra has decided that instead of living a normal life and, going and trying to recover from, watching his friends get killed and butchered and blown apart, he decides to form his own terrorist group. Quite similar to actual, like Al-Qaeda. They make these broadcasts and, to the internet saying, oh, we declare war on all adults. Which I had a massive problem with, because why would this kid who just had been through like one of the worst experiences anyone will have to go through, killing their own friends so they can survive, why would he go and start up his own terrorist group and fight all adults? Which, can you not see the problem here? The adults were the one that brought him into this world. Why is he going to go and attack them? Heck, if he just had a little bit of respect, they'd probably treat him fine, but no. He decides to start his own Al-Qaeda-like group. Not to say they are Al-Qaeda, that's bad presumption, but they're similar to Al-Qaeda. And, they start doing all these acts of terrorism. And the kid's supposed to be a hero, and he is the hero of the movie, but like anyone that really thought he was a hero is really thinking in the wrong way. The guy's killing innocent people just because they're adults for no reason. That's terrorism. So due to these acts of terrorism from Nana Hamra and his Al-Qaeda-esque terrorist group, they revised the Battle Royale Act, and instead of making the kids fight each other on an island, they go and they equip the kids with better weapons instead of the original movie, which consisted of really, really flimsy weapons like crossbows and frying pans. Instead they equip them with high-caliber machine guns and grenades. And they ship them off to an island, which peculiarly and a little bit ironically is where Nana Hamra is based, and it's also the island where the first Battle Royale, which he was involved in, took place. So they get shipped off to that island, and basically their objective is stick with your partner, a boy and a girl, boy number 15, girl number 15, or else your neck collars will explode. Or if one of you in the group gets killed, the other one will die because the neck collar will explode. And basically they have to go and assassinate or just downright kill Nana Hamra. It really wasn't that good of a movie. I don't really think that a sequel was necessary. However, I think it was because of the way the mangas went. I think they made I think this was also in a series of mangas. The first movie was based off a series of mangas, but I think they continued it on with these events. So I'm not too familiar with the mangas, but obviously if you are, you might know a little bit more than me. Now this movie's in Japanese, so you can't really say it's bad acting if you don't really speak Japanese or are Japanese. However, even though there is a different language, it's always sometimes difficult to tell expressiveness in a different language. However, there are still some very bad acting moments in this movie. In particular, the teacher, who is sort of a crazy person who's always eating pills, and overacts horrendously. Yet at the end of the movie, he sort of says, "Hey, Nanahammer's doing the right thing," even though he's not. He's killing innocent people. I'm going to join up with Nanahammer, but he doesn't really join up with him. He just sort of goes berserk. There are very, very good sequences in the movie, opening shots, etc. Particularly the opening shot, which consists of an unnamed city. Obviously, they don't want to sort of make any sort of threats, I guess, in the movie. You see this big skyscraper, and it explodes and then sort of goes down, and then the camera will pan out and you see all these buildings sink. Really impressive. Music was great there. I really liked it. It set a really nice atmosphere. However, after that, I felt the movie was entertaining until about the 1 hour mark. I mean, they had actually a copy of Saving Private Ryan. All the kids getting off these like U-boats and just getting demolished by, you know, gunners and snipers. However, the movie really did drag on. There was maybe an hour of no action, just kids bonding in a crappy basement. And I didn't really feel the action and the tenacity that was in the original movie. This one lacked that. This one just sort of consisted of almost drama, and that was really not what I was in for. I didn't want that. I wanted to see some more sort of ludicrous action from the first movie. So as the plot develops, the kids, instead of trying to kill Nanahammer, they realize he's fighting for a somewhat reasonable cost, apparently, killing innocent people, which I still have a massive problem with. But they say, hey, why don't we just join up and kill the other guys? So that's what happens. And, you know, I've already explained to you, there's a massive gap. There's about an hour of just drama and boring flashbacks that are quite confusing, actually. I was genuinely confused. I had to watch the flashbacks 3 or 4 times to really understand what was going on, and even then I was a bit skeptical of what I was trying to understand. But, you know, it goes action for half an hour of bonding, and the final half an hour or 40 minutes is just people getting shot. And as entertaining as that might be, I'd much rather watch Rambo or something. I mean, it was poorly done. They used CGI blood. I mean, no squibs. Squibs, if you don't know, are the explosive blood pack that they'll strap onto a guy to be shot. It works rather well. I mean, it's used in old movies and it still looks pretty good. But they use CGI blood, and that really doesn't work. And, you know, watching people getting killed in really bad ways, I mean, multiple times I saw guys get shot in the eye, yet they'd still live. That's so weird. So, you know, they'd actually like be standing up going, I can't see it, firing wildly. That was sort of boring. So, yeah, I really didn't like this movie. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it 3 out of 10. It really didn't live up to what I hoped it was going to be. Very poor sequel to a great movie. Watch the first one. If you really thought it was good, maybe watch the second one, but don't expect it to be better. But that was my review. Thanks for watching, everybody, and please be sure to check out FC Movies. He's another reviewer here on Black Mesa Reviews, and Gears of Chainsaw. They both have their own pages where they do their own videos, and obviously my page as well, zombiedude100. But thanks for watching, everyone, and have a nice